New on Now at 11, Teaching the Holocaust. Two local teachers just returned from an immersive educational experience in Germany and Poland, and they were two of a dozen educators from across the country chosen for the Jewish Foundation for the Righteous European Study program. And we have one of those teachers with us today, Mindy Walker from Holt High School in Tuscaloosa County. Thanks for being with us today.
Yes, absolutely. Thanks for having me.
So first of all, tell us where all you got to go on this trip.
So the trip is described as intensive, so definitely it is. So we went to 8 different cities. We started with Munich, then we went to Nuremberg. We also went to Weimar, and then we went to Berlin. And then we transitioned to Poland, and we stopped in a town called Sandomierz, and then we went to Warsaw, and then Oswiecim, and then finally Krakow.
And you were telling me that y'all were staying across from Auschwitz. Is that
yeah,
right?
So Auschwitz I, which is actually it's called the town Oswiecim, but like literally where Auschwitz I, the museum is, our hotel was literally just across the road. And a couple of times we actually had to walk back to our hotel from the camp when we were doing our exploration with the tour guide there. So definitely an emotional and like scholastic journey, so
yeah,
a lot to learn from for sure.
What do you feel like you'll be able to take back to your classroom and teach your students?
Well, one thing I'm excited about is that we as a study program were able to go places that not any other people are able to go unless you have connections to the scholars and also to important museum staff. Mm-hmm. And so, for instance, at Auschwitz-Birkenau, we were able to go into the gate tower at the very top and be able to take pictures. And so that was an incredible perspective to bring back to the classroom. And our tour didn't begin at the gate, we actually began at the back. And so wow, getting that perspective of like how the camp was constructed, the intentionality, and also too what was the follow-up even through the sewage system and water system. Those changes it'll just impact my teaching even more so that I can show what was the path, the journey to how the Holocaust happened through those different perspectives and pictures.
I was going to say, were you able to take pictures that you'll be able to show your students?
Yes, in some places we were able to take pictures, but they were like, no, please don't publish these. So that was interesting because we were able to go into some archive rooms that they don't want that stuff out there yet. But right, of course, like when we were at Birkenau, being in the birch forest, being near the crematoriums and the gas chambers, seeing the remains, those are things that obviously I teach to, and now I can actually not just read it in a textbook. I can say, I stood here, I witnessed this, I saw this, and here are the placards that can tell you more about it. So that's what will bring more meaning definitely back to the classroom for the kids to understand it even better.
It gives me chills just hearing about all that. I'm sure it was very emotional for you as well. As we wrap up, I did want to ask about your journey to Poland, obviously with the war in Ukraine. Were there any places you couldn't go, or what was it like there?
We didn't necessarily face any like physical backlash that we were able to see visually. One interesting thing is when we stayed at Weimar, there was a protest that actually took place in the square near that particular hotel that was supposedly Hitler's favorite hotel.
Oh, wow.
It was called the Elephant Hotel. And so what's interesting about that specific hotel was that about a year ago, it was used for Ukrainian refugees. And so it wasn't a functioning hotel for the public or tourists like me or a study program. They were actually taking care of refugees. But they were
Hitler's favorite hotel.
Yeah, Hitler's favorite hotel. So it's amazing how, in terms of like history, wow, takes full circle, and you learn and you see and you witness things in so many different ways. So that was an interesting experience for sure.
And care, I bet they saw care and compassion at that hotel,
yes,
which obviously wasn't the case back in the day. Well, Mindy, this is just fascinating, and I appreciate you joining us today to share this information. I know your students are going to learn so much from your experience.
Yes, I hope so, but I'm excited to share. So
wonderful.